Keep or sell? All of Arsenal's players assessed ahead of the summer transfer window leave the North London side with a major dilemma.
Mikel Arteta's team saw their title chances become more distant after the defeat to Brighton by 3-0. Arsenal are already making plans for a busy summer in the transfer market as they look to build on the title challenge. Co-chairman Josh Kroenke and sporting director Edu have promised Mikel Arteta they are determined to come back stronger next season, and the Gunners are planning a spending spree that could exceed £200 million. Arsenal will look to raise funds by selling unwanted players as they look to make room in their squad. Therefore, we have separated a list of Arsenal players and their situations at the club, and we would like to ask for the interaction of all channel subscribers to comment on who you would sell and who you would keep. But first, we want to send a big hug to all Arsenal Kenya fans who are participating and watching our videos a lot. And if you're an Arsenal fan from anywhere in the world, also comment on where you support the Gunners. Now, without further ado, let's get to the list. Aaron Ramsdale should be Arsenal's number one for many more years and should sign a new long-term contract. Matt Turner, the reserve goalkeeper, has done well when called up this season and is popular in the locker room.
Alex Runarsson, on loan from Alanyaspor, has struggled since leaving Dijon in 2020.
Best for every part he follows. Karl Hein is already Estonia's number one at the age of 21 and could fight for the first time in another team soon. Rob Holding has been a great minion since joining for £2 million in 2016, but centre-back looks like a position Arsenal could upgrade. Gabriel has started every Premier League game this season and will look to develop his partnership with Saliba.
Rewarded with a new contract in October.
Pablo Mari, on loan at Monza, his loan will become permanent this summer, with Arsenal set to deposit £6 million.
Jakub Kiwior, the January signing, needs time to adapt, but it has shown promise in recent weeks.
Takahiro Tomiyasu, a useful team player who can fill any spot in the backline, although he may not be fit for the start of next season. Cedric Soares, free to leave after 6 months on loan at Fulham, but his £100,000 a week salary could make him difficult to switch. Alexander Zinchenko, a revelation at left back since leaving Manchester City last summer and vital to the way Arsenal play. Kieran Tierney, a great minion but doesn't fit the system right now and should charge a good transfer fee. Austin Trusty, on loan at Birmingham, has excelled in the league this season and now is Arsenal's turn to score. Nuno Tavares, on loan at Marseille, he has been impressive with his performances in France this season, which must have generated interest. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, on loan at Southampton after struggling at a relegated side, he is leaving Arsenal when his contract expires this summer. Albert Sambi Lokonga, on loan at Crystal Palace, has not lived up to his potential and another loan or a permanent departure makes sense for everyone. Charlie Patino, on loan at Blackpool, wants first-team football after a solid season in the Championship and is ready to leave Arsenal for it. Fabio Vieira, he struggled in his first season in England, but he deserves time because he is still 22 years old. Granit Xhaka, in advanced talks on a £13 million move to Bayer Leverkusen, and now seems like the right time to move on despite a great season. Ben White switched to right back this season and has been one of Arsenal's best players. His versatility will remain a real asset.
William Saliba could be a mainstay of Arsenal's defense for years to come. Vital club locks him in on a new contract. Jorginho, tempting for Arsenal to cash in if an offer comes along.
Otherwise, the Italian has shown that his experience is useful for a young team. Martin Odegaard, captain and quality player, Arteta must build the team around him.
It can get even better alongside reinforcements in midfield. Mohamed Elneny, a perfect squad player.
Universally loved, fills in when needed, and signed a new contract in February after taking a pay cut. Thomas Partey, his form dipped at a crucial time in the season, but he would benefit next season if he could ride more. Yuki Osaka, close to agreeing a new contract that will reflect his status as one of the best players in the Premier League.
Eddie Nketiah performed well when Gabriel Jesus was injured this season.
A good squad player and a good option off the bench. Emile Smith-Rowe, Arsenal will be tempted to sell their number 10 if they get a good offer. But he's clearly talented and deserves a chance to prove himself. Folarin Balogun, on loan at Reims after 19 goals in League One this season, Arsenal must look to cash in on the striker while their stock is high. Gabriel Jesus needs to score more goals, but is still Arteta's best 9.
His experience will be valuable in the Champions League.
Gabriel Martinelli, his ability to beat defenders sets him apart from other attacking options, and he is targeting 20-plus goals next season. Leandro Trossard, the January signing, will be a valuable player when Arsenal return to the Champions League next season. Marquinhos, on loan at Norwich, the Brazilian fullback, still looks raw and needs another loan to continue his development. Nicolas Pepe, on loan from Nice, the club's record signing of £72 million, is free to go, but Arsenal may struggle to find a buyer due to his salary. Reiss Nelson has provided valuable contributions off the bench this season, but needs to leave to build a career elsewhere. Arsenal fans, if you've stayed this far, it's because you liked the video, so leave your like for YouTube to understand that the content is of quality, and don't forget to comment on your list here below. A big hug.